order for an idea to be made acceptable to the masses, it needs to pass through certain stages. Something that begins to most as unthinkable, once introduced, is now thinkable, albeit radical. With the right desensitization, it can be tolerable. With enough positive exposure, sensible. With enough promotion, popular. And with enough time and saturation, can even be justified as policy. One way to gently introduce the masses to unacceptable ideas is through the medium of science fiction. Concepts promoted in this fashion cannot be seriously rejected since they're not being seriously proposed. After all, they are only fiction, for entertainment, at least at the time. A similar mechanism exists in the artistic genre of comedy, stand-up or otherwise, where the ideas being presented are just jokes. A joke which triggers the audience's moral gag reflex is lauded in the comedy scene as edgy, boundary-pushing material, something for real comics to aspire to.
I think my mother tried to have an abortion. She never said so, but I was born with a hanger in my ear, and that gets you...
As others jump on board, these ideas become normalized enough that they can be pushed into the mainstream, late-night shows, SNL, sitcoms, and so on, until eventually the material is considered hack. It's predictable, unoriginal, and requiring no skill to get the audience to agree with it. Why? Because the idea has been normalized.
Abortion!
Of course, comedians don't need to be told what to talk about, just like aspiring mumble rappers don't need to be told to get face tattoos or take drugs. They can see for themselves what gets them industry attention, fame, and deals, and what makes them go away. Thanks to industry-wide gatekeeping and algorithm manipulation, the talented comedians who use the art form to break establishment mind spells, you have probably never heard of. Conversely, now legendary comedian Bill Burr has had a number of famous bits where he complained about human overpopulation and advocated for different forms of culling.
Dude, the deer didn't put a hole in the ozone layer, all right? That's not a bunch of dogs clogging up the freeways. It's us, right?
Whether he knew it or not, Bill was promoting the same overpopulation myth that doubly knighted David Attenborough, Prince Philip, and others have been pushing for decades. How did they get it so wrong? All the while, as any child could see, worldwide birth rates have been plummeting. But surely these are just comics being themselves. Hanging out, sharing funny stories of taking drugs, hiring third world sex workers, sometimes underage, busting taboos about gender norms, and even gender norms in marriage, only to find that all of this edgy material eventually comes full circle and becomes hack.
Do you want to film my batshit crazy wife?
Or, at least for some, normal.